All right. Back for another darker and edgier Covert Nerd episode with our great guests, Al and Ben from OMUG Comics. So say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And today we're going to do two different things. We're going to talk about company crossovers. So in the past, I don't know if we've had any lately, guys. Maybe you can refresh my memory, but in the past, you would occasionally do some DC Marvel. You would do Dark Horse, Marvel, Valiant, Dark Horse, lots of company crossovers in the 80s and 90s. But I don't know. I don't, I guess, participate as much in the current comic book world as I did. But have you seen any recent company crossovers?
I think there have been a couple since then, just smaller ones, not quite the big summer event that we remember. And then, in fact, Spawn and Batman are crossing over yet again.
Yes.
That's going to be coming out soon. It's Capullo and McFarlane are teaming up on that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then some fun things, comic book ads. So we all remember flipping through DC and Marvel comics and seeing these ads, and those are very nostalgic. So we're going to go through some of those. But first, as our tradition is, Al is our artist extraordinaire, and he's always really good at recognizing who the artist is. So we'll do only three, Al. Who's the artist? So we'll get started. We show Al a cover, and then he tries to guess who the artist is. So
three chances to fail.
Three chances to win. So here's one. This is pretty easy, I bet you.
Oh, that's Mark Bagley.
Yes, Mark Bagley. Because you're a Spider-Man, or you were a Spider-Man fan.
So I did. Yeah, I had that issue. Yeah.
He
took over after Eric Larson left to go do Savage Dragon.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, a really good, fun cover. So Mark Bagley. Next one. This one might be a tough one for you.
No, that's Keith Giffen.
Oh, really? Okay. How did you know him? I didn't know if you.
I read that book, and the guy's style was fascinating because of how just insanely busy it is.
Yes, he was very. I kind of forgot about him. He's very distinct. It's very blocky or busy. I guess that's But he's got a very distinct. Oh well, I left the GIF down in the corner there on the lower left hand, but yeah, he's very unique. He's on uniqueness of like Sam Keith or some of those others that are very distinct.
And I couldn't imagine the nightmare that would be black coloring that guy's work.
Oh, you're right, because there's just stuff everywhere. You can see bullets, you can see everything has a distinct shape. Nothing really blends in with anything, does it?
No, and just all the different shapes in in his coat and his different objects. There's just shapes in there, and you have to try to figure out what's what and what needs a different color.
Is it too busy?
I think some of his work tends to get too busy. It depends on what the book is and who the editor is and what they're going for. But I think there's times where it just is really, really excellent and not too busy.
All right. Let's go to the next one here. So, Keith Giffen. Last but not least.
I'm going to guess John Byrne.
No? Try one more. I'll give you the next one. You'll know right away who it is. But
Ron Lim?
No.
Dale Keown.
There you go. I had the hardest time finding a non-Hulk or non-Pitt cover from Dale Keown in the 90s. But he did do an issue of She-Hulk in the early 90s. So, because if I show you, again, I'll show you Pitt, you'll know immediately. Show you a Hulk cover, you'll know immediately who it is. But he really didn't do much other than Hulk and Pitt. That was pretty much it. He did some Spawn penciling. But
I think there was some other, like She-Hulk, there was other issues here and there. But, I mean, he was so good at the big group.
Yeah. Excellent at the Hulk. One of the, probably, if you name Incredible Hulk, immediately you think of Dale Keown, especially in the 90s and late 80s. So, cool. All right. Well, good job. Get some 800 Covert Nerd coins. Spend them wherever you want. All right. So, we're going to talk crossovers next. Let me pull up the first one that we thought of was the Marvel versus DC back in I think it was 96 was one of the first big crossover events that I thought of in the 90s that you guys thought of too, was the DC versus Marvel comics. So I don't did you guys buy these, or do you remember getting these, or at least seeing them?
I do remember seeing them. I did not. I never bought them.
Yeah. So what they did was Marvel and DC got together and decided to do these basically a versus. Now they had done a versus type of crossover event back in the 80s where they team up and have to fight each other, like Spider-Man versus Superman and stuff like that. But this one was a one that they did do the same type of thing, but this was early in the internet days. So they had the readers go online and vote for who they wanted to win the battles. So I thought that was very good strategy, especially in the early days of the internet. I remember voting on these. I didn't even have internet. I think I went to my aunt's house who had internet and voted on who I wanted to win. So April and May of 1996. That was a publication date.
That's really clever. I like that.
And Dan Jurgens, of course, we know, massive.
That's really clever.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say is like normally I didn't appreciate these kind of books where Superman is going to fight the Hulk because you can't have a winner. The rules are that if Superman wins, all the Hulk fans are going to be upset and vice versa. So now to leave it up to the fans. In theory, everybody wins.
You're right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It usually ends in a draw, but so here's some of the battles that they had. So Superman versus Hulk, and Superman defeated Hulk after exchanging punches and a burst of heat vision. So Superman won. We saw Spider-Man versus Superboy. With the advantages of his spider senses, Spider-Man won by tying up Superboy with impact webbing and electrocuting him. Ooh, okay. Spider-Man getting a little brutal. Then we had Batman
get some kryptonite and put it in your web solution.
There you go. Oh, see? Good job. That's why Ben co-writer on Lenny Vernon.
I'd say that's why then you don't have to be sadistic and electrocute him. Jesus.
So then we had Batman versus Captain America, and let's see who won. The Batman wins, though they are both evenly matched. After hours of combat, a sudden flushing of the sewer knocks Captain America off balance. Oh, really? Okay, that's kind of a little bit of a cop out.
But Batman feels bad about it.
Yeah, he feels bad about it.
He exclaimed, I lost, and may have doomed an entire universe.
There you go. or Captain America just said Martha.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that. The sewer. So they must have been fighting in the sewer, right? Evidently, I didn't read this at all. But Wolverine versus Lobo.
Yeah,
Wolverine beats Lobo in a brutal bar fight, which is largely off panel. Huh. Okay. Storm versus Wonder Woman.
How are you going to have Lobo fighting Wolverine, and then it's all going to take place off panel?
Wonder Woman drops Thor's hand.
How are you going to have Lobo fighting Wolverine, and then it's all going to take place off panel?
What's the point? I mean,
exactly.
That one. Yeah, that was
exactly.
It's like, why do we just not have it at all? But there's quite a few others. I won't go through every one of them as far as the outcome. So it's Storm versus Wonder Woman, Aquaman versus Namor, Elektra versus Catwoman, Flash versus Quicksilver, Robin versus Jubilee. I got to read this one. Robin won by using his cape as a decoy and then tying up Jubilee. Oh man,
That's such a Robin move.
such a Robin. Silver Surfer versus Green Lantern, and then Thor versus Shazam. So I thought it was it was a fun fun battle mix up, I guess.
Yeah.
I think in the 80s they had one Batman versus Hulk, and that matchup just doesn't balance out very well.
No.
Not at all.
So at least
I'm looking at some of these.
Yeah.
And how can you have a winner when they're the same character? Like Aquaman versus Namor.
Yeah.
They're the same person.
We're gonna drown him. So here's how Aquaman won. Aquaman won by summoning a whale to leap out of the water and land on top of Namor. So that's how he's considered the winner, because he was pinned under the whale and unable to move.
But couldn't Namor just be like, "Hey whale, don't do that.
Hey whale, get off me." Yeah, I know.
Because they're the same.
Is it like a 3 count, I guess, in wrestling?
Right. Well, I'm reading the Flash one using superior speed. Yeah, no duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Flash. Of course he was fast.
Yeah, the Quicksilver is just a mutant who can run fast,
who also had superior speed.
Yeah. So I'm guessing they wanted more evenly matched, I guess, is what they're going for, because like in the previous one, Hulk versus Batman, just that does, on the surface, that doesn't pan out very well. But I thought these were good, or at least fun. I don't think I ever even bought any of these, but I like the concept, and I'm sure you can still get these in trade. There's some fun covers. I mean, you're getting some pretty decent talent from both sides working on it.
Sure.
Well,
and
I do like Al said, I do like the idea of having the fans vote.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I would like to
way
see them
use.
I would like to see them use now that the internet is more functional than it was in '86.
Yes, exactly. Now, I don't know if you remember the Death in the Family, when they decided about Robin, killing off Robin. They did it by phone. So maybe that was more of a DC thing. They're trying to use some new technology and get input from the fans. So we had the crossover event, but then after the crossover event, again, this is a way to extend this universe. So they amalgamated a bunch of comic book characters and combined them. Like this one was Spider-Man and Superboy. So you had that combination of characters. You Spider-Boy. Then let's see, you had Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. combination. So Nick Fury and Batman combination. This one sold well. Dark Claw. So you had Batman and Wolverine put together. Did you guys buy any of these or have any interest in any of these amalgamation ones?
I remember before they came out. Things like that, and being excited our hands on a couple of these, and then being disappointed.
Oh, really? Yeah. Just didn't catch on, huh? I was kind of the same way. I saw it, but I was like, not really that interested.
Yeah, I think they fell short on the execution. The idea was good. The idea was good. The execution just meh.
Yeah, and it was in 96, 97, so the comic book flood was starting to definitely decline by this point. But here's a Storm Wonder Woman combination by John Byrne for the cover.
Sure.
Again, looks cool, but I never bought it. I just didn't have any interest for whatever reason. It was a fun concept, though. I like the idea, but I think you're right, Al. The execution just didn't work out too terribly well at all.
Yeah, it came off like
yeah.
It was.
It was, and it was, yes. It's exactly what it was. So, but let me see if I can find it here. This is one of Ben's. So the running gag here is that we're getting comics in the 90s, to make money. You know, we're going to buy these comics, buy these cards, and in 20 years, we're going to be millionaires. So an early step in Ben Crane's money-making agenda or whatever plan is multiple revenue streams, right, Ben? Yes. Yeah. So of course we had a card series based upon the amalgam universe. So multiple revenue streams. This is a way to maximize your income, right, Ben?
How did I not know about these?
but it's step 7 in your current plan, right? This is an early step. Multiple revenue streams that you need to invest in.
Yeah.
I
definitely need these to round out my portfolio.
of worthless cards.
Yeah.
So 1996, they came out with a card series, and a lot of these are just panels from the comic. I know we talked about this in the card episode, that an easy way to make cards is just grab a panel from one of the comics and slap it on a card. They're not, some of them are unique. Right. I was looking at some of them, like this black bat one is unique, but this one at the top, the Super Soldier one, the Sparrow one, which is an amalgamation of Robin and Jubilee, is pulled from panels. So looks like they kind of try to mix them, but
you already have the piles of artwork.
Well, yeah. Why would it
makes sense.
Pulling from panels though is very much a Rob Liefeld thing, as we saw in the comic on the card thing. The Youngblood cards were just it's lazy. But it's a second revenue stream, right, Ben? So the art's not too bad. You do some of these, and the art,
it's good.
It's decent. Elastigirl. Whoa, I didn't even realize this. Elastigirl. That's from
the Incredibles.
From the Disney movie. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's the Incredibles.
The Incredibles. Yeah. I didn't even realize they had an Elastigirl. Wow. Now, of course, that makes sense. Disney and Marvel now, so I suppose they have the rights to it. But
but not.
Or is spelled different? Elasta versus Elasti. This is Elasti Girl.
Who is she an amalgamation? Well, not then.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. That's
who's she an amalgamation?
Oh, good question. I am guessing Plastic Man. Let's look on her card here.
Yep.
But I don't know who. Oh, Domino. Domino are the combinations. So, interesting. I didn't even know about this one.
All right.
Well, now we know. Let's see, what are some other cool ones? Weapon X. Okay. Dark Claw. Okay. So I mean, it's okay. Again, it was good to look at, but it wasn't enough to get me to buy. Is kind of the bottom line.
Right.
But at least for me at this time, I was kind of on my way out. Oh, I like this one. Okay. So you got Night Spectre and Speed Demon. They're connected. So you put the cards together, it creates a picture together. Oh, Thanos side. That's funny. They combined Thanos and Dark Side. That's a good one.
Of course, yeah.
It's not bad. Okay. Dr. Doomsday. Okay. Fun. Okay. But still, it's a fun. Did you guys have any of these at all?
No,
but I want them.
Now you want them. I don't remember. They were at the comic book store, but I don't remember them really catching my eye because I wasn't interested in the comics. So, but you can still probably get some of these, I'm sure, in trades if you really want to check them out. So, but so yeah, that's a crossover between DC and Marvel. Speculation, guys. Do you think you'll ever see a DC Marvel crossover event again, now that they're big conglomerate companies now?
Maybe.
Never
You
say
might
never.
in the comic. I don't think you'll ever see it. I don't think you'll ever see it in TV shows
No.
or movies.
So maybe on the comic book side. Okay. I
Yeah.
kind of doubt it in my opinion. I'm probably 90-10, 90% chance they won't, 10% chance they will do any sort of event just because they're so big now. I don't know that they can come together. But a guy made a good point though online. He said, now that comics are kind of in a decline, this came at a time when comics were declining, and I think it was a way to generate some revenue. So maybe his theory was maybe we will see it because of the decline, that they financially it might benefit them to do it. But my thought is, yeah, but Marvel is just a small part of Disney, and same thing with DC is a small part of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So hate to be Nancy negative, but I guess what's your thoughts if they did do some sort of crossover event like this? Would it be like last time, be kind of ho hum, or do you think you would even bite on it?
I don't know if I'd bite on it. Maybe. It depends. I mean, they really have to. They've done this so many times. Every decade. And everybody butt head. If they come up with a really good. I'd probably bite. At least.
Yeah. By the trade or something like that. Yeah. So a couple other crossovers I want to just mention real quick. There was a Batman Spawn crossover that we saw back in the 90s. That was I got these because I was a Spawn fan. So this one came out in 94. And then they also had Batman Spawn for the DC version. And then you had the Spawn Batman for the Image version, which was done by Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane. I like that one better than the other one.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah, fun cover, and it's at the time Frank Miller.
Well, the fun thing about this particular story,
you had these.
Well, the fun thing about this particular story, fun thing. Sorry, it was the where Batman. It was the Batarang, where Batman spawns head, Batarang, and gets fucking spawns head.
Yeah.
And then in the Spawn continuity, he So after this, you kept seeing Spawn stitches. You kept seeing Spawn stitches. They kept that gag, and they kept that gag.
That's right. I remember reading about that. Yeah, he used shoelaces to sew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kept that for a while.
They did.
I'm trying to find that panel here that he did that on.
They did.
The end. I think it ended up being a magical item or something.
Yeah, it's at the end.
That he did. But that's a excellent little Easter egg. Yeah, I think the shoelaces ended up being magical or something like that. They kind of retconned it.
I think so.
I'm trying to find it here. Man, I kind of forgot how good the Todd McFarlane Frank Miller combination was. The art's really good. Oh, here we go. I think it's at the very, very end that he stabs him with the batarang. That's funny. I kind of forgot all about that. But did you have this one, Ben, or not?
I think my brother did because he was a big Spawn fan. And so I think I glanced through it when he had it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I had it was I liked Batman and stuff, but I was definitely more to Spawn than Batman. Yep, there's right at the end.
Yeah,
that's awesome. The War Devil one, the Batman Spawn one, they had the two fight. So the DC version, of course, Batman won, and the Spawn version, or the Image one, Spawn won the fight. But this one on the DC side, all of a sudden, Spawn he tries to use his magical power, his energy blast. All of a sudden, he's like, oh, my powers don't work all of a sudden. I don't know what's happening. And then he gets beat by Batman. So it's kind of like the Hulk Batman crossover they did in the 80s. Batman came up with some sort of gas that caused Hulk to lose most of his strength, and that's how he was able to beat him.
Of course.
I guess you got to have some sort of MacGuffin, I guess. So
gotta have that cheat.
Yeah, the cheat, yeah. But I think, Al, you said they're going to do another Batman Spawn crossover.
Yeah, that's currently in the works.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're also going to reprint the Batman Classic Collection, the Batman Spawn crossover. So they're going to put them together in November of 22. So they're going to re-release it. I think it coincides with the 30th anniversary of Spawn, I'm sure, is part of the.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So that's probably a big part of it. So fun book. Art's good. Of course, you got Frank Miller and Todd McFarlane on this, on some of these. So you can't beat that. But another one I liked was the Batman Predator crossover. So we had DC Dark Horse. I thought this one was a really fun book, but at the time I was a Predator fan, and so it kind of caught my eye. So Dave Gibbons is the writer, Andy Kubert's the penciler. Can't go wrong on the art there, right, Al?
It's good. When did this come out? It's good. When did this come out?
This came out early. It was in 91. Let's see. Yeah, 1991. So December 91 to February 92, there were 3 issues. And it's really, I really liked it. I thought it was a good story because Batman's trying to figure out who's doing all these grisly murders. And of course, he eventually starts figuring out it's some sort of alien and finds out it's the Predator. So I thought it was really well done, in my opinion. There was not hardcover, but it had the different types of covers that are kind of the hard cardboard or hard cardstock. Let me see if I can find them here.
Yeah.
So here's issue number 3. The cover was okay, but I really like this one. Issue number 2 with the red.
That's a good one.
Excellent cover. And then issue number 1, another pretty good cover. I would say 2 is the best out of the bunch, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
it's intriguing. It's intriguing. Do they dig into his gadgets, toys? For instance, it's hard for Batman.
Yeah. So in the first battle between the Predator and Batman, Batman gets his butt kicked pretty bad and ends up at the Wayne Manor, just kind of recovering for about a week. So everybody's wondering, where's the Bat? And then, of course, Batman. Oh, here's the covers. I don't know what I was thinking. This is the cover I was thinking of. It's kind of drawn, painted cover.
Yeah.
So they must have had alternate covers here. I didn't realize this. Yeah. So this is the good one, the number 1, where you have the fold out of the front and the back together. So anyway, yeah, back to the battle. So Batman gets beat the first round. He barely survives because he has a remote with his car, the Batmobile on it, as the Predator is just about ready to finish him off, and touches the button and the car runs over the Predator and he hops in and gets away and recovers for about a week. And then they have this big battle where Batman uses his special armor. Let's see if I can find it here. And this is an iconic panel with his Bat armor. So this is excellent panel, by the way. And so now round 2, he actually defeats the Predator and saves Gotham. So a real good, very Bane-ish as far as kind of Batman getting his butt kicked by the alien and defeated. Kind of reminds you kind of a precursor to what's going to happen when he takes on Bane here in a couple years. But the trade has tons of alternate panels and alternate covers, just like any trade does when they collect them. But he gets a samurai sword because he beats the Predator. Batman gets a samurai sword from one of the other Predators. And of course, the Predator being defeated has to kill himself. So fun story.
So wait, other Predators that came in?
Not till the very end. So the very end, the ship shows up with the other Predators.
Okay.
And they take the body of the defeated Predator with them. So
did this come out before or after Predator 2 movie?
Came out in 91, so it would have been after Predator 2.
Okay. Because it's Predator 2 just with Batman instead of Danny Glover.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, he's investigating grisly murders, finds out it's the Predator, beats him, and gets a present. and gets a present.
Exactly. Yeah, you're
Predator
right.
2 came out in
Yeah,
Predator 2 came out in 1990.
Yeah. So this is definitely, well, this, as you remember, Dark Horse was doing Predator versus any IP they can find at this point. But Alfred gets involved a little bit. He shoots one of those guns with like the kind of the funnel end. I know Eddie talked about it one time where you can kind of stuff anything in it. And
a blunderbuss. A blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss. There we go. Yes. So he uses one of those on the Predator. It is a good story overall, just very well drawn, I think. And the art's good. The covers were fun. It was early in the Predator versus model, so it wasn't getting a little old or stale as it did a little bit later, in my opinion. It started to get a little redundant, like you said, like you just did, Ben. You said, let's just take out Danny Glover and add in Bruce Wayne, and there you go.
But it is fun. I mean, it is fun. I mean, I do. As you flip through, as you like the panels, it looks good. It looks good.
It does. It's very well done. You can still get it. Now, here is another step in Ben Crane's comic book investment strategy.
If it's another card series, I don't know what I'm going to do.
No. This is step number 13. Create scarcity. So the odds of this being reprinted ever again is almost zero, because you're never going to get all the people that own this IP to get along. So let me read off. So step number 13, create scarcity in Ben Crane's investment strategy, because you've got DC, but then you've also got Warner Brothers. You've also got Fox, Marvel, and Disney would all have to agree to reprint this. So if you've got an original copy of this, odds are it's going to go up in value, because they're never going to reprint this again, even in trade, probably.
It's got to be worth like tens of dollars at this point.
Oh yeah. If you have the copies version. Now the trade just came out. Well, not just, probably 8-9 years ago they did a re-release of it, but the originals, though, if you have the original, they're probably actually worth something. So
right, Ben,
scarcity that drive up the price.
That's exactly it.
So, well, did you guys have this one at all, or not? I don't think you did, if I remember correctly.
I was never a huge DC fan, so I wouldn't have got into it.
Yeah. But well, let me look up. I guess now that you mentioned it, Ben, I should have looked at Batman versus Predator, see what the originals are worth, and you might be right, tens of dollars. Let's see. Came out 91, 92. Issue number 1. Oh, $4 whole, Ben.
Ooh.
$4 if you have number 1. Then there's a variant cover, which is worth $8.
I say variant cover. That's where the money is.
Yeah. So, not even tens of dollars. But if you hold on to these, based on the no chance of a re-release strategy, in 20 years, it might be worth maybe $10.
Right. Well, I was going to say, it's only worth $4, but originally probably sold for like $2. So yeah, it's already doubled in value.
Let's see. I think cover price was $390 or $295. So here, now the variant cover was $395 cover price. I remember that because I have that one, and it's worth $8. But
doubled in value.
Yeah, I know. See, but the main cover, I think on this one was probably $1.95. I bet you, but still double the value. Yeah, cover price was $1.95. Still doubled the value in 31 years.
There you go. Remember. The Ben Crane strategy motto is it's a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. Oh man, still fun. It's still a fun book. So I'd get the trade if you can, because like I said, I don't think this is ever going to be reprinted again.
Right.
So, you just list off those companies. I mean, the odds of all of those coming together. But I don't know. I guess a money grab, like we said, 90s was just a money grab essentially.
Or
Maybe
eventually Disney will just buy all those companies and
well, there you go. that now Ben nailed it. Yeah. What is that investment strategy number 39? Buy all your competitors out and then raise the prices.
Yeah, the final step in my investment strategy is create a monopoly and exploit it.
Oh man. All right. So we've got next is old comic book ads. So I think Al, you have an ad for us from Lenny Vernon, right?
Do I?
Do you? Well, while you pull that up, if you want to talk about it, you don't have to, but I just know that you had mentioned that there is
reading comics growing up. There's always ads the ones that had all the different crappy sales things in there. Where you could sell so many tickets to whatever candy bars or a skateboard or something. And so when we were doing Vernon, that was our idea to do an homage to ads. So that's why we do the fake ads and Lenny Vernon.
Yes, exactly. They had some. Let's see. I'm going to pull up a few here, but I remember a lot of these. So speaking of cards again, there was always ads for the Overpower card game. Do you remember the Overpower card game? Anybody? Did either of you buy this, or you probably remember?
I remember seeing the ads. I remember seeing the ads.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever bought any. I remember seeing some in a store, but they were pushing the card games were getting pushed real hard. But again, never really caught my eye. Then there was do you remember this? Hero Illustrated. So remember we had Wizard, but I kind of forgot that there's another one called Hero Illustrated that was pretty good. I never actually bought it, but did you guys buy any of these?
I remember seeing ads for it, but I never did. It never came across. I remember seeing ads for it, but I never did. It never came across a news.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw that.
So I happened to see an ad. I was looking for ads, and I remember an ad for Hero Illustrated. And I remember seeing it in the comic book store, but I never, I had Wizard. That was kind of the de facto comic book magazine. But there was Hero Illustrated, Wizard, and then Previews. The only one that's still around is Previews, but that's because Diamond owns it. So obviously it's gonna still be around.
Right.
But
good distribution. Good distribution.
Yeah. You have a Pit comic inside on this one, Hero Illustrated number 6. But you can just tell this came out in this issue was December of 93, so Image was just huge. You can just see Image stuff everywhere. Obviously video game ads. So but has a lot of your stereotypical stuff. We got stuff from the creator. Stan Lee has a little article. Lots of write-ins from the readers. Lots of hero. So you got art from the fans. Did you ever submit any of your art to Wizard, Al?
I did not.
Okay. They got a lot of fan art in here from people. I'm sure kids were ecstatic when if they'd see their art in this, but this is you can tell it's just 90s written all over it.
Oh yeah.
Layouts and very much like Wizard. But I was reading up on it a little bit. A lot of people thought Hero Illustrated was better than Wizard, but it just, couldn't. Wizard was the dominant one by far.
Wizard was all Flash.
Yeah, exactly. You have an ad for Previews in Hero Illustrated. That's kind of so your competitor is putting an ad in here. But I suppose it was more because wasn't Previews, you had the Previews, the magazine, but then you had Previews that all the comic book shops had to pre-order their stuff. And if you had a pull box, yeah, that's what I thought. So I don't know why they categorized Previews in with Wizard and Hero Illustrated, but I don't know. But you can find this on archive.org. I found it, a scanned-in copy that you can look
The
through.
1990 masterpieces from Skybox. Ben, how much have you made up those?
He's calculating the pennies right now.
Right. I think I had a few of those, but I never had a complete set.
Yeah. But that's a fun one. And then I got some other ones. Fleer, of course, always had ads in comic books for their sports cards.
Sure.
Sure. Scottie Pippen. Let's see, Ren and Stimpy parodies in here that from the X Factor. I did like a Ren and Stimpy X Factor amalgam. Let's see. This is from X Factor. Of course, video game ads, just your Nintendo and Sega Genesis ads all over the place.
All over.
Yes.
It's like we're the same people buying comics were the ones playing video games in the early 90s.
Right.
Geez, I wonder. Let's see. Candy ads. Candylicious. This was this is an old one. That's from Atari. That'd be okay. Here's one. Fire in the Sky. So movie ads. This was from Silver Surfer, April 93. So you got movie ads. Here's what sparked. I was like, oh, I remember that cover with the Predator on the front from Hero Illustrated.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of remember seeing this. And so then I did some digging around, like, oh yeah, that was a thing. All color, all action, all thrills, all heroes.
That's a really subtle ad.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to pitch there.
Yeah. Is there hey Ben, is there an ad strategy in your investment opportunities?
I mean, not really. I mean, I try to add the investment strategy, but that actually costs money. It doesn't make money.
True. That's on your profit and loss sheet. That's on the loss.
Yeah.
Here's what Al was talking about a little bit, where you can get these little prizes and that they had in the books.
I would get so excited. And find something in there. Tell my parents, like, hey, this. Like, yeah, it's all scammed.
Oh yeah, like Boy's Life or whatever, selling cards or something. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But here's an Army of Darkness ad in Morbius number 7, 1993.
There you go.
Lots of movie ads in the comic books. Oh, then you got to have your Clearasil ad. I remember these. There's constantly in the Marvel. Clearasil must have bought a crap ton of ad time because they were in every single X-Men comic I had.
It didn't take a lot of research and analysis to know the target audience was here.
Yeah. Teenage boys. Let's put the Clearasil ads in comic books. I mean,
that's right.
Oh man. Made sense when they knew who their target audience was. Here's a Castlevania ad in New Warriors number 9, 1991. Again,
I remember that ad.
Yeah, that was a good ad, I think. Yes, because you could win a trip to Dracula's hometown. Did you fill that one out, Ben?
I think I might have. Because I was a huge Castlevania fan.
Okay. Yeah. But I looked in here, though. We can't fill it out again because we have to have it in by, I think it was August of 91. So
just missed it.
Dang it. Yeah. But I tell you, like you said, Ben, you see these like, oh, yeah, I remember these.
Like that Castlevania one. I specifically remember that one.
Yeah, that one was a good one. That was a good game. But yeah, they knew who their readers were. We got cereal ads. We'll go in more candy ads. This one was actually a newer one. September of 97 for a Fruity Pebbles ad. So again, sugared cereals, video games, and Clearasil. Kind of sums up the 90s comic book readers. So here's another video game. Oh, the Silver Surfer Nintendo game. Oh,
I had that. You
did?
I did. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was the only game I ever beat Mario Brothers, but I beat that game.
Really? What was the game like? I've never talked to anybody that actually played it.
It was mostly a side scroll. You're going up and down and dodging and shooting. Every now and then you'd have a level where you're looking at it from up top and doing the same thing. And it was just
Infuriating. So side scrolling shooter, basically.
Yep.
Well, see, you should send this in because there's a contest. So take a photo of your high score and send it to Arcadia Systems. And let's see, must be received by March 31st, 1991. And you will get a Silver Surfer watch.
Yeah, I did not have that.
You missed out, Al.
I did. Yeah, I did not have that watch. I did.
It's a Personal Watercraft Industry Association. Okay. Oh, look at this. So they had to have a disclaimer on this ad because it has a picture of a jet ski on it. So the Watercraft Industry Association recommends all jet ski operators have a valid driver's license. That's awesome.
That's lame.
So even lawyers were involved.
Lame.
Ads back in 1991. Let's see. Yeah, you could have gotten a Silver Surfer watch, Al. Oh, no, wait.
Missed out.
So if you send it in,
Missed out.
Watch. Okay, so they send out 1,000 watches, but one winner will get the Silver Surfer jet ski. That's why this is on here. So you could have won a jet ski. Yeah, Kiefer, bribing people to play that game. So Al, you could have had a jet ski and a watch, a Silver Surfer jet ski.
I don't think my mom would have ski.
Just guess. Oh man, that was a fun. I didn't know that. After reading this, it had a lot. You could win the jet ski. That's great. Yeah. So Al and Ben can be riding the Silver Surfer jet ski on the lake. Man, that's awesome.
And we can like you guys in the picture there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Ben missed out on his opportunity to go to Transylvania, and Al missed out on the Silver Surfer jet ski. Man, if only what could have been. What could have been. Oh well. Let me find another one here of some more ads. I know I got okay, no, I was just Hero Illustrated, so yeah, Hero Illustrated was quite a thing. Going back to that, I didn't realize it was kind of a big deal back then, but evidently not big enough because I didn't pick up a copy of it, so it must not have been that big of a deal. But yeah, any other ads that you guys can think of? That's the only ones I could think of that were kind of fun and interesting.
They really summed it up. It was cream and video games.
Yeah,
all of them. That was every book. Well, that and the Charleston shoe.
Oh yes. All the candy ads.
Yeah.
And there's
the Charleston shoe. Free comic. $30 on Charleston to get a free $50
$50 comic. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, Jesse. Now all Jesse wants to see is Al on a jet ski, a Silver Surfer jet ski.
It's a magical sight, Mr. Keeper.
Here's another ad. I remember seeing these for the up and coming comics, and that was always American Entertainment. Yeah, I remember I got their magazine because I think you could send in and they'd subscribe to it, and then they would send you their little flyer that was printed on like newsprint and about the upcoming comics.
Yep. That's how I got most of my collection.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, like it worked because I remember buying from them multiple times. So, because I lived in a small town, so we didn't have a very good comic book shop. But here's, of course, more cards, which Ben, I believe, has these. This is Marvel Series 1, I believe. Right, Ben? Yep. So
I do have those.
Here, see what they got for more ads.
I do have those.
Yeah, those actually have some value, and in 30 years will have even more value.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm gonna look at some 80s ads. I kind of want to get a. Now the 80s ads are even more hilarious, actually. Oh man, what is this? Marvel Action Universe, a TV show. What? I don't remember this. Marvel Action Universe.
Probably because it was bad.
Check your local listings for station. I do not remember this. It must have been on CBS or something, I bet you, because I didn't get CBS. I have to.
How did you not get CBS?
I just where we were at, the signal did not come in at all. It would come in sometimes, but we all had ABC and NBC. It's only two I could get where I was living.
Wow.
I was limited. No, I was sheltered big time. Oh, it is. Marvel Action Universe was a 1988 to 1991 syndicated television block from Marvel Productions. Featured adaptations of the Dino Riders, RoboCop, reruns of the Spider-Man 1981 cartoon. Oh, okay. So they slapped Spider-Man in there with a couple of others, and Dino Riders, RoboCop, and Pride of the X-Men. Oh, I wonder if that was that early X-Men animated show. It's kind of a test for the early, before the 1992 or 93 X-Men came out.
Is it Pride with a Y?
Yes, it is.
So it's a
Pride
show. It's around Kitty show. Around Kitty.
Yes, basically Kitty Pryde and the X-Men. It's kind of the pitch.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it came out or what TV channel it was on. Doesn't say.
That whole thing was so the 80s because RoboCop being pitched for kids.
Yeah, a rated R movie is being pitched to kids.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Right.
We had no ethics.
Yeah, a hard R, satirizing and making a huge statement about police state. Let's sell it to kids.
Yeah.
Let's sell it to kids.
Let's sell it, and then come out with a TV show, action figures, and all sorts of different toy lines. Rated R.
It'll sell cereal.
And cereal, yeah, RoboCop cereal. Yep. Oh man. Let's see what else. Yeah, Charlie Brown. Yeah, these are like this one here from 1983, very reminiscent of comic books with all these. Get your Tony Atlas body or Atlas body, whatever it is. Wanted video game players for arcade action. I mean, all these just ridiculous stuff. Oh man. These are great. Let's just look at another 80s one. I know we're 90s, supposed to be talking 90s, but sometimes these are. Here we go. Bubble Gum. Wonder if they make that.
Oh my lord!
Love that stuff. Did you guys love Bubble Yum Gum?
Oh
Who
yeah.
didn't?
Oh
Who
yeah.
didn't?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Who didn't?
That and Hubba Bubba.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bubba and Big League Chew. Oh man.
Another fun. Hey, let's take an extremely adult item and market it to kids.
Yes, exactly. They had a lot of Big League Chew ads in comic books. I remember those.
Yep.
Or the Fun Dip. We had so get this. We're going to take a sugared stick and we're going to tell kids to dip it in more sugar and then eat it.
Exactly.
Yeah, here's Al. You were talking about earn valuable cash prizes.
Yes.
Yep. Here's some great prizes you can web onto. Oh my, the puns. $5 to $10 to $20 a week selling your favorite comics and magazines to your friends, parents, and neighbors and earn valuable prizes. Wow.
You can be a 12-year-old Android.
Yeah. See, Ben, here's money-making strategy right here in front of you. Marketing, get kids to sell stuff.
Right. Find loopholes in child labor laws.
Step number 17, find children and exploit them to sell your stuff.
It's multi-level marketing. Ben.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man. So you earn $1 to $2.25 per magazine subscription or valuable gift points to win. You can win TVs, superhero merchandise, radios, bicycles, and much more. Oh man.
I always love those things. Because when you earn the points to get like the big prizes, like you can get a TV. But you need like 3 million points to get a TV. So you'd have to sell like 100,000 magazines or something.
It's like the Chuck E. Cheese thing. You earn 8,000 tickets and you get a little eraser top.
Right. But they make it seem like it's so easy. They're like, oh, you can get a TV doing this.
Yeah.
It's faster and easier to go 8 lawns.
Yeah, exactly. So it's so easy and rewarding, whether you're selling The Amazing Spider-Man, The Hulk, TV Guide, or Newsweek. There's a magazine that will meet everyone's interest. What could be easier, Ben? What could be easier?
I think, like Al said, the actual manual labor is mow lawns.
Send for your kit today. Send no money, nothing to lose, nothing to buy, everything to win. Ooh, these are catchphrases you can use, Ben, in your strategy, investment strategy.
Those are such pyramid scheme phrases.
I know.
Nothing to lose, nothing to buy.
Yeah.
Only positive.
And you get a free poster with your first order.
Oh, well, there it is.
Worth it.
You need to fill this out, Ben, and send it in and see if they send anything back. That'd be great. Oh man, I love this. See what else?
Oh, it's horrible.
Let's see. Nothing there. Oh, you can get a 20th anniversary Marvel Comics calendar.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see. I've never heard Adventure. I'm Zoo. Oh, this is like German.
Yeah, that's not English.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This is not English at all.
Or it's just spelled very poorly.
Yeah. Wow. German ads. Huh. Like action figures or like your zoo.
Well,
zoo
Playmobil is a toy brand.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, they like little people type thing.
Yeah, kind of like Legos type figures. It looks like.
Yeah, they're kind of one of the rip-offs of Legos.
Okay. Let's see. Oh wow. You can go back to the 70s and boys earn $1 to $6 a week. Sell grit in your spare time. Again, another pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I think they need to work on their wording for their ad there. I mean, you shouldn't start an ad with boys, come earn some money.
Yeah. Well,
it starts off sketchy and only gets worse.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, those are funny. So now, Al and Ben, you have investment strategies you can put in the next Lenny Vernon comic and have a multi-level marketing ad in the Lenny Vernon comic.
Here we go.
Yeah. Lots of little catchphrases you can throw in there to get little kids to send you their money. Oh man, that was good. You get a free flippy flyer. Oh, this is for Superman 3 movie.
It's never free.
Yeah. So when you buy some Dial or Liquaphor or Tone soap, you get a collapsible flying disc made of fabric.
All right.
If you wonder what you have to buy, though.
I feel like it's hard to tell for an 8-year-old mom trying to buy a store.
Yeah. Well, plus if it's in a kid's comic book, I mean, kids don't take showers at this age anyway. So
right. Yeah, we need to switch from Zest to Dial.
Oh, you need 4 proofs of purchase. So you got to buy 4 bars of soap, and then you get a flippy flyer, Superman 3 flippy flyer.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. Just like not seeing the movie Superman 3. I was so disappointed by that movie.
Right.
As a kid, you're like, oh, this really stinks. This movie's horrible.
But it was still better than 4.
It's still okay. Well,
Low bar.
yeah, that's thinking it doesn't take much to. I mean, you could put that bar on the ground, like Ben said, and just walk over it, and you're still ahead. In fact, you could probably put the bar 6 feet underground and still be better than Superman 4. I don't think I've actually watched Superman 4 just because I heard it was so bad. So
It was awful.
it was awful. Yeah,
I think I've seen it once.
Is it 90 minutes you'll never get back? The only thing that was creepy or interesting in Superman 3 was when the lady got turned into the robot. That freaked me out as a kid.
You didn't have the Batman, man.
Yeah, the bat. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was kind of cool. Yeah,
Everything else.
everything else. That's bad Superman fight. That was actually pretty cool. Yeah, flicking peanuts and having break glasses.
Yeah.
That's great. I think I tried that as a kid. Like, oh, cool. They're not breaking.
And yet all that's clean up.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, hey, I think that's all I got. Unless you guys have anything we want to throw in last minute, but that was a fun trip down memory lane. How to pitch multi-level marketing ideas to children.
That's right.
So, well, maybe you can. You have the ad from Lenny Vernon, right, Al? Can you maybe send me a copy of it, scan it in for me, and I can put it in the show notes for everybody to see.
Which one?
Any of whatever one you think.
Okay. Yeah, we can keep it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes so people listening later can check it out, and then check out all of the Lenny Vernon comics. I think we do have a collection of those. I can't remember if you put them in a compendium yet.
In the trade paper, the first trade, you have all the ads from the book. Okay. And there's going to be more in the second trade.
Awesome. Okay. But you can get all the Lenny Vernon goodness all in one book if you want to. So
That's right.
Any insight? I guess I should ask you before we recorded. Any plans for Lenny Vernon in 22 or 23?
We do have 12. That's going to be coming up at the point. And then currently working on collecting issues 5 through 8, and then collecting issues 9 through 12.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'll put a link in the show notes to Lenny Vernon, how you can buy them. Check them out. And also Lenny Vernon ads. They're hilarious. You'll love it. Definitely get the the multi-level marketing scheme idea.
That's right.
All right. Well, hey, thanks, guys. And thanks for listening. And until next time, nerd it up. See ya.